Peace, power, shalom, hi, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. Don't forget, guys, memberships are available. Memberships are available. The Cash App is New Legend 77. The Cash App is New Legend 77. Okay, so today we're going to discuss it's a difference between laws and rules. Okay, laws are put in place for order. Rules is something you can come up with or create to keep your life in perspective and keep your life in order. But laws are created for order, but you create your own rules so you can have boundaries and you can have your life in order so the law don't apply to you. Well, how can you say that? What you mean? If you break the law, you go to jail. Yeah, if you break the law. But if you abide by the rules you set for yourself, the law don't even mean nothing to you. Example, one, we all learn drinking and driving can get you arrested. We all learned that. Speeding can get you arrested. However, if you set rules not to drink, you ain't got to worry about drinking and driving. It won't apply to you because you don't drink. I'm going to say that again. You set rules not to drink. You don't have to worry about drinking and driving or speeding because you know you won't be under the influence when you're on the road. So that law don't even apply to you because you set a rule and boundaries that I ain't going to drink. It's not even about driving. It's just you're not going to drink. It's like you're not going to smoke and drive. So now you don't smoke. So why do you have to worry about smoking and driving? You don't smoke. So when you start to set rules, laws don't apply to you. And it's not that you're above the law. No, you're just going to abide by the rules you set for yourself. That's the difference. Again, you're not above the law, but you're going to abide by the rules that you set for yourself. That's the difference. So when you make rules, you don't break your own rules. So therefore, you don't come in a conflict with the law. So you never have to worry about breaking the law because you're not going to break the rules you set for yourself. So if you set a rule, you're going to go to bed at a certain time. You ain't got to worry about being out past a certain time. So therefore, if laws are broken at a specific time of the night, you're like, man, I'll already be home resting or already be in the bed, getting my sleep. So I don't even know how that could happen to me because I'm not going to break my own rule. So if it's like, you know what, I'm not going to argue with anyone. You can avoid breaking the law when it comes to confrontation because you're not going to argue with anyone. Again, I always say this and I'm going to keep saying this. Walking away and somebody walking up on you or coming behind you, that would be defending yourself. And I get it. You still can get arrested or you still can get detained. However, we have enough surveillance out here now. We have enough people that use phones for video or it's cameras in a lot of places. So more than likely, you may be detained for some time, but the universe will come full circle and you probably more than likely will not be locked up or detained for that long. Definitely when you're defending yourself at the end of the day. So when you start to set rules for yourself and you don't break those rules, the law don't apply to you. It applies, but not to you because you already set rules where you ain't got to worry about the law. The law need to be in place for order, but as long as you abide by those rules that you set for yourself, it doesn't even matter about the law. And again, you're not above it. It just don't apply to you because you set rules for yourself and you're going to abide by your rules on a daily, constant, consistent basis where it's like it doesn't even matter. So if you are driving and you get pulled over, you're going to be like, all right, now I'm going to abide by the rules that I set. Here go my ID. Here go my driver's license. It's not about, damn, why you pulling me over? What did I do? It's not about you did something wrong or right. Abide by the rules you set for yourself. That's all you got to do. So other things won't apply to you. And again, you're not above anything. You're just going to abide by the rules and regulations you set for yourself. Self-discipline, set those rules for yourself. Self-accountability, set those rules for yourself. Self-respect, set those rules for yourself. Self-awareness, set those rules for yourself. You set rules for yourself. You discipline you. You police you, so you ain't got to worry about nobody else doing it. See, that's one thing I'm proud of, that I'm setting rules for myself. So it don't matter how the police interact with me. I'm not gonna break my own rules. I'm gonna set my own standard. I'm gonna set my own discipline. So no matter what they say and what they do, I'm gonna hold myself accountable. So when they do something they shouldn't do, they got to deal with those consequences and repercussions, not me. But if I do something that I shouldn't do and I break my own rules, I got to be mad at myself. Can't be mad at others for breaking rules that they didn't set for themselves. But I set rules for myself. So if I break my own rules, that's what I get. That's what I get. I got to pay for that. But now, if it's laws set in place, and I know that I set rules, so it doesn't matter about those laws, and I break those rules, I got to pay for that. And those rules are self-respect, self-accountability, self-discipline, self-control, self-awareness. Like that matters, self-respect, that matters. So long as I don't break those rules, how do I have to worry about the law? And again, I'm not above the law at all. I'm not above it at all, never will be. However, I'm not going to break the rules that I set for myself. So therefore, the law won't apply to me. Soon as I break those rules, I know more than likely, it's going to be easier for me to break the law because I broke my own rules. I'm not listening to myself. So it's going to be extremely difficult for me to listen to the law or abide by the law because I'm not listening to myself. See, that's why I had problems with the law at one point in my life because I broke my own rules. I stopped listening to me. I wasn't self-disciplined. I didn't have self-control. I was no self-accountability, no self-awareness. So at the end of the day, when it came to the law, of course it was easy for me to break the law because I broke my own rules. If I told myself, yo, you go and be in the house at a certain time, and then I broke that rule, of course I'm going to break the law. I broke my own rule. If I say, yo, I won't eat something past this time, I'm breaking my own rule. If I say, yo, I'm going to be dedicated no matter what my situation is. It's not just in a relationship with a woman. It could be dedicated to my diet. It could be dedicated to a workout. It could be dedicated to a job, a career. But if I break those rules, it's going to be easy for me to break the law because I have to stand by the rules and regulations I set for myself. That's why I say the things that I say about self things. And it doesn't matter if somebody say conceited or whatever. It starts with you and it ends with you. So if I'm not holding myself accountable, or I'm not respecting myself or controlling myself, how can I keep myself in order when it comes to the law? Because that's what the law is put in place for, order. So if I abide by the rules that I set for myself, it doesn't even matter no more. It just doesn't matter. And again, I'm not above the law. So I'm not pushing this out there for anybody to think, see it, or feel they're above the law. No, but if you set rules and a precedent for yourself, now if you go against your own rules, can't be wondering how you broke the law or how you find yourself on the wrong end of the law because you broke your own rules. So if you say, I'm going to be on this diet no matter what happens, and you break that diet, that don't make you weak, but you got to look at yourself. You can't blame nobody else. You say, yo, I'm going to stay self-disciplined, and then you break that discipline, that's on you. So if you break other things, can't look at nobody but yourself. It always starts and ends with you. When you're looking at, well, I did this because of this person. Nah, you did it because you got weak, or you did it because you ain't have self-control, or you did it because you ain't have self-discipline. Like I said, walking away from a situation, somebody walk up on you or come from behind you and attack you, that would be defending oneself. That wouldn't be breaking a law or breaking rules. Yes, you may be detained, or yes, you may get arrested. But again, you defended yourself. The universe will see that, and that energy will come right back full circle for you. So don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Follow the rules that you set for yourself. That's something that I've been working on, and it's been working for me. I'm not saying it's going to work for you. However, maybe if you apply it slowly but surely, it may work. So give it a shot. Don't do something and then quit, because all you would be doing is stopping and postponing your own growth, your own prosperity. Don't shoot yourself down and then look for others to lift you up. Can't do that. I used to do that. I used to shoot myself down and look for others to lift me back up. I stopped shooting myself down so I don't have to lift myself up or look for others to do it. I just stay up. I stay focused. I keep going straight. I don't worry about the sideline. It's called the side and the line for a reason. I got to go straight. I gotta keep moving forward. Of course, people gonna want to pull me down and pull me back. I can't worry about that. Long as I keep going, long as I stay focused and move forward, that's all that's important. But when you set rules for yourself, abide by the rules you set for yourself. It don't matter what nobody else says and does now because you know your own rules. If you like, man, you know what? I ain't gonna watch TV past a certain time. Once you turn it off, it's off. You know what? I got a rule. I'm gonna make sure when I read this book, I'm gonna go through it from start to finish. I ain't gonna read a chapter and then put it down. I'm gonna read the whole book. I'm gonna read this whole newspaper. Whatever it is, you say, you know what? I'm gonna work out every day for a half hour. No matter what happened, your phone ring, somebody texts you, no matter what it is, you do that workout for that half hour, then get back to whatever it is you're supposed to get back to. But don't let nothing stop you from whatever rules you set for yourself. Bottom line, point blank, period. All right, guys, don't forget to tap in. Peace and power. Behind. Shalom. Assalamu alaikum. Till next time. Peace, bro.